What's up, guys? Marky Sells here, and today I'm gonna do a different video. I'm gonna do a day in the life of somebody who sells at a swap meet. So I locally sell at a swap meet. You might call it a flea market in your area. I'm not sure. I haven't called it a flea market in a long time. I think most people here in Southern California call it a swap meet. But I'm here. I'm here kind of late, actually. I went to go get some coffee. I didn't have to, but I mean, you gotta get your Starbucks in, you know. So I got some coffee first because I gotta wake up, and I almost got here late. So based on where you're at, sometimes there's a time where you as a seller, they expect you to show up at a certain time, and or like there's a cutoff time. At least for my swap meet, you can't be driving your car through the lanes after 7 a.m. because I guess there's customers you don't want to hit the customer with your car. So I got here at 6:45, but that was a conscious decision. I actually stopped waking up so early. I realized a little while ago that I didn't need to be waking up at 4 in the morning and showing up here at 5 and having 2 hours to just do nothing. My demographic for the things that I sell don't show up until after 10 a.m. anyway. So really, I used to get here really early, like 5:30 in the morning, sit in my car shivering in the cold. I mean, right now it's summer, but in the winter, that's what I would do. And I would try to get some Z's, but then I realized, why don't I just get my Z's at my house, show up a little bit later, and then, I'm good. So, and it works out. It's just that sometimes I do run a little late, but I'm not late, really. I'm on time. But anyways, yeah, that's a little tidbit. If you're going to go sell at a swap meet, depending on how big your stand is and how much stuff you have, you might need to set up really early. I mean, there's some sellers here that have to set up at 5 because they're not going to even have everything set up by 7. Whereas for me, I set my stuff up in 30 minutes, so I don't have to worry about it. So apart from that, though, if you're selling at a swap meet, you get first dibs on everything, right? Pretty much everything. There's what I call the shark hour right before it opens up, when people have their stuff out, all the pro sellers, sharkers, flippers, resellers, swap meet arbitragers will come out and start looking for deals so they can take the stuff back to their stand and resell it. So, hey, how much do you want for this game? You want $5? Okay. And they buy it, and then over here at their stand, maybe because the way they have their stand set up, they might be able to ask for $20 for that game and make some money on it. So I've seen some good stuff. I've seen some bad stuff. So if you're a newbie garage seller and you're just trying to get rid of some stuff, this is when sharks are looking for you. Be careful. Make sure you don't sell your whole stand for $20. I've seen it. I've seen people, some newbies, sell off their whole stand worth of stuff. I'm sure for a decent amount of money, but then they're stuck here all day because at least with this swap meet, once you bring your car in at 7, you can't take your car out anymore until 3 p.m. So if by 7:30 you already sold everything and you're like, oh, $100 for everything I got, okay. Well, I mean, now you're here until 3. Versus if you would have just waited, maybe you would have gotten more because you would have sold everything. But this shark, this reseller really sweet talked you into selling everything to him. And I even seen it where the newbie garage seller will somehow be talked into carrying all their stuff to the shark stand. I don't know how that happens, but I've seen it. I've seen some crazy stuff, man. But anyway, so I'm gonna take this advantage of this time as well. I'm gonna go look out for some deals. Maybe I can find some Pokemon cards, some games. Definitely looking out for books to sell on Amazon. Used books. I've actually scored some really good brand new books, and yeah, it was just some guy. I'm gonna look out for him right now. Buys pallets worth of pallets of new books, books would still have the tags on them and stuff, as far as a Target tag or something that says 20% off or whatever. And those books are new, so I've taken advantage of that a few times. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm trying to see if hopefully he's here today. And yeah, I'm gonna go look out and see if I can find anything before the customers come in, because then I'm competing against the customer as well. So I've also found some decent amount of Pokemon cards like this in collections. Along with that, I mean, because I run a stand where I also sell Pokemon cards along with the other stuff that I sell, I'll have people come bring in the collections and sell them to me for like almost nothing sometimes, without even me offering. I had a guy a few weekends ago, he had sold cards to me before. I was like, cool. And then one day he arrives and he's like, hey, we want to just buy my whole collection? And I was like, I don't know, dude. And he gave me his stack of cards, and I was like, there were cards with anything you sell. If you have knowledge about it, there's probably some areas where you're like, I haven't really studied this era of like these cards. Like if you're doing Magic, you're like, man, in 2010 I was really collecting, so I don't remember what the 2010 cards are worth now. So it's kind of like that with the Pokemon. He had some cards where I'm like, I don't remember if these are worth anything. So I made him an offer of like, I don't know, I think it was like $30 or something like that. Because I was like, I don't know, dude, $30 if you want. And I was kind of busy. And he was like, you know what, if you do 40, I'll take it. And I remember thinking to myself, well, one of these cards is worth like 30 for sure. So I was like, if another card is worth 10, then I'm good. I bought it, and that collection was worth about $350. So I made out good with that one. I mean, that was great. One of the cards alone is $150. Yeah. Other cards, even like the crappy cards, because they're so old, they're like $3 each, and there's like 20 of them. It's like $60 right there. And then like other little holographic cards, like $10 here, $15, $10, $15, $25, $50. So it adds up quickly. And so that was a good buy. That's not the first time I've done it either. I just always forget to. I mean, this is the first time I'm recording things, so I was gonna record that day, but I couldn't figure out the camera, whatever. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. See if I find anything. Alright, so I'm back, and I scoured around looking for deals, looking for stuff, and I did manage to find something pretty good. I think it's pretty good. One of these things with buying stuff on the fly at like a swap meet or something is knowing, like preemptively knowing, like just knowing your stuff. And so I came across this bag of Game Boys, and so there. If you don't know about Game Boys, there's a need for them. There's a want for them now because they're old school, and I don't know. I mean, it's just awesome. You can play like Fire Red and all that Pokemon games or Mario games from back in the day in here, and I got these for $35 a piece. That's kind of a steal because these are, if you look at the back, these are the AGS 101 series, and these basically sell for $120 on eBay all day. If you look at the sold listings, some of them go up for $100, so not bad. They are a little scuffed up, but that's what you expect from these. It looks like there was the same thing. I mean, there's only problem is there was only one charger, but the couple was really nice. I believe the reason why the AGS 101 is worth more is if you look when you turn it on. I believe it's this one or maybe the 100, but it turns on, right? There's a game in there. Oh, no, it's not a game in there. There's a brightness setting here to turn on and off. So this one just goes a little bit brighter. I think that's what it was. So regardless of that tidbit, I believe there's one of these Game Boys that has some kind of light setting where maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's 3 times up or 3 times down. I don't remember which one it is. They're worth more. Regardless, though, these models, exact models, are selling for 100 to 120. Like at least like 20 a month. So I mean, great. So the only problem with this is I'm gonna want to keep one. That's the problem. The problem is I'm gonna want to keep one because I collect. So the good thing is that they're both kind of worn, so I don't want to keep them. But honestly, I'm gonna put them out on my at my stand, and if somebody gives me 70, then the other one is free because it was 35 each. So yeah, and if it doesn't sell today, then I will post one of these on eBay for like $20 cheaper than everybody else, and just get it done. Just get it sold, and not worry about it. And that way, I can pay for the other one. So it's kind of a bad thing because you're basically supporting your addiction to buy stuff. They also came with this weird contraption. I don't even know what this. It's like a magnifying glass so you could see better. And headphones. Bro, headphones for a Game Boy SP, man. Game Boy SP headphones. What? Man. Insert the radio plug into the Jeep. Radio plug? What? You're telling me this? This is a radio? FM radio? What? There was actually some guy standing behind me, listening to me do this bargaining. And by the way, the lady didn't budge, but her price was good. I mean, $35 for something that's worth 100, let's just say 100. That's pretty good. If I would have paid 50 for these and sold them for 100, it's still good. So the guy was listening the whole time, and that's annoying because that guy was already at the stand. I guess he just didn't notice it. It wasn't like they were hidden, But that's annoying when people are like overlooking and they're just kind of waiting for you to like pull the trigger or not. So I couldn't pull the trigger because I didn't have enough cash on me to do it. I don't like to bring too much cash because then I spend it. So I didn't bring enough cash. I was like, okay. So what I did was I walked away. I said, can you hold it for me? And let me just go ask my family. You make that BS up. And I was hoping that would also help me negotiate, but it didn't help me at all. And I thought about it. I really quickly eBayed like AGS 101, the model. And I saw the price selling, the sales prices or whatever, sold listings. And I was like, okay, this is a good buy. This is a good buy. So I went back and I just bought it, Apparently the guy asked them, can I get it? Can I just buy it? Because the lady put it away from me. She's such a nice lady. And I guess he asked them, and the lady was like, no, he's got first dibs. He's going to let me know right now. So props to that lady for helping me out with that sale. Anyways, so that's what it is. That's the life of we'll talk about a little bit more later if I sell it or whatever, or I'll just chime in on some updates here and there. But I got to get started. I got to get my stand set up. So catch you guys in a bit. Wow. Guys, wow. So, this isn't a crazy score like the Game Boys, but I was on the way I'm supposed to be setting up, and I still haven't set up. I was on my way to the restroom, and by the way, I haven't even gone to the restroom. I'm supposed to go because I'm running the stand by myself, so I can't go in the middle of, like at 11 when there's a bunch of people coming in. So, I haven't set up yet. I have to use the restroom. I haven't gone to use it. But anyways, I came across a stand. This guy had a binder. I wasn't going to ask him anything. By the way, as I was making this deal, somebody on the side of me started ransacking this guy's 3DS games. He got all the Pokemon games for, I think, like $10 each. But anyways, whatever. I think they were $15 each. But he got like a few 3DS Pokemon games for cheap, whatever. But I was looking at something else. I was looking at the binders. And then the binder, man, I got some good cards from the binder. I paid $25 for everything that I got in my hand right here. And value-wise, we're looking at over $130 for just $25 that I spent. I will definitely be doing a sale on the Facebook page for these. I'll have them at my stand here, but this isn't the right audience for or target for these cards. They are awesome, and I think any real collector would love them, but I feel like this is probably going to be the best spot for them. So anyways, $25, about $125 worth of like cards, some of them from legendary collections, like I'll show you, or I'll just show you this guy, Light Vaporeon. This is selling for like $15-20 right now. A few other light Pokemon. I even got Surfing Pikachus, the originals. Some Expedition stuff. If you know about Pokemon, you know. And look at that legendary collection. Super minty, by the way. This is a gradable, which is I don't know. I might actually keep this card just because it's beautiful. It's not a 10 though. It's for sure like a 9 because there are some factory nicks. But anyways, I gotta set up now. So I just sold I just sold one of the Game Boys for $75 with all the accessories and stuff. So basically, if I talked about it earlier, I paid $35 each, so it was $70 for both. So at this moment, I made $5 on that, and I have a Game Boy left. I'm thinking about keeping the Game Boy. That was kind of the plan at the beginning, but I don't know. I'm gonna put it up there in the front, and if somebody gives me $100, it'll sell. You know, it's all about selling first and collecting second. But if it sells, it sells. You know, I think at this point, even if somebody gives me 80, I think I might sell it anyway, just because I want to make $80 a day extra. That's nice. Take the kids out for dinner or something. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and see what else I sell. Wow, I'm back. So the day's over. It's time to go home, and I came up on some good stuff today. Honestly, I mean, I did good sales with my regular business, and I also found some crazy stuff. I found another binder. Inside, there's probably about $40 worth of stuff. The binder itself sells for about $40-50. Probably gonna put it on eBay, but it's great. There's, like I said, there's cards in here, great stuff. I also made some purchases to restock on my cards that I sell. It's like my replan, basically. I got them for like $6. I sell those for like almost 20. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it was a good day. I made good sales with my regular stuff, and I also got to replan some cards that I sell a lot of, and get some cool stuff to sell on eBay, along with the cards that I already talked about. The Game Boy also. I mentioned earlier I sold the Game Boy. I sold the Game Boy SP, the Game Boy Advance SP, $75. My initial investment on those two were $70 for both. Sold one for $75, so I made $5 profit already. Now there is a credit fee because I use PayPal credit of like $2. So really, let's just call it even. I broke even as of now, making the second Game Boy Advance SP basically free, right? Costless. In the future, I might sell it for about $75, maybe $100, or I might keep it. I actually really want to keep it. I was talking to my wife about it earlier, and she was like, I really want one of those, just keep it. So we're probably gonna keep it. I kept the nicer one. So that was a cool little come up. Not really business, right? That's just more collecting. And yeah, oh, I also came on a big box of books, which is, I don't know. I was walking out the swap meet, about to go to the restroom, I guess. I forget where I was going, and there was a box in the middle of the aisles with like maybe like 10 books in them. They looked like they were new. They all had like the labels of like $14.99, $20.99. And I looked around and I asked people, I was like, "Is this yours? Whose is it?" They're like, "I don't know." And normally what that means is it's trash. So I was like, all right, free box of books. I sell on Amazon. Books sell on Amazon. All right, cool. Let's see how much I can make out of these books. So I haven't scanned them or anything. I'm gonna scan them later on today or maybe tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know in the next video if I can make anything off of those, if I'm gonna send them out in my shipment. But I mean, I don't know. It looks kind of cool. There's some Lord of the Ring books in here. Lord of the Rings. There's a Nora Roberts book. Oh, this is a VHS of Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Maybe there's some good stuff in here. I have no idea. I also found like a crazy little, like a collectible Pac-Man light. Again, meh. eBay, right? eBay, you sell a lot of things on eBay. So I'm gonna see what that sells for if I sell. If not, we really just bought it for us, for the kids. It's a nice little night light. But those are cool little come up. So this video was more of like just showing you guys how it is. Literally, this is what it is when I go work at the swap meet. When I go sell, I will buy stuff for myself and the kids sometimes, my kids, because they're cheap. And I'm like, hey, this is awesome. This is like a cool little like Pac-Man light or whatever. I also bought some packs for Pokemon because my son and I open packs together just to see what we get. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. I made decent money on my regular business. Found some cool stuff for, well, hopefully some cool stuff from eBay and Amazon because I haven't looked at the values. And scored some really nice pickups on Pokemon cards. And if you guys are interested in Pokemon cards, maybe I'll do some videos on those. But I don't do like pack openings. I'm not gonna do that. I'll talk about how I pulled something and, you know, I sold that card or something like that. But I'm not gonna like do live openings or anything like that. That's what this channel is about. But it is also about my collections. So I might actually talk to you guys about collections and stuff too. So for now, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you can. Hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.